T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
You're watching Boys Varsity Soccer on T&D Sports Video Production tonight, a Monday night non-conference matchup between Syosset and the Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks. Good evening, everyone. He's Chris Cayazzo. I'm Jim Furchwin. And Chris, tonight we have a game that's not really all about being in a competitive sport. Sometimes the sport of soccer is just bigger, and we have an awareness game tonight between these two teams.
You got that right, Jim. Mary Brennan awareness game. It's a local soup kitchen to Syosset, and a lot of proceeds will be going to the Mary Brennan soup kitchen. And again, it's bigger than the game, right? These two non-league opponents come out tonight for a friendly, what we call a friendly soccer match.
Well, it's maybe friendly, but also you have to look at these two teams on paper have a lot of wins on the win column.
They do. Syosset, non-league overall, 5-0-2 on the year, no losses. And Cold Spring Harbor, 5-3-0 overall, 5-1-0 in the conference. And we're going to go to Cold Spring Harbor's roster first as you take a look at that. Their highlight player is number 2, Will Kisner, the senior, as Coach Christian Lynch describes him, a solid, steady player. He's a do-it-all type of guy. He could play defense. He's a sweeper, but he could do it all for this Cold Spring Harbor team.
A steady, solid leader indeed, and according to what Coach Christian Lynch said. Now looking at Syosset, a stacked team, but a guy that we're really looking out for is Danielle Raphael. Danielle, number 7.
Danielle, the senior, great, consistent player. As you take a look at the team photo here for the awareness game, Danielle described, again, as great, consistent, another do-it-all type of guy, one of the leading scorers for this team. Again, undefeated on the year, Jim, trying to keep that the same way in a non-league competitive game today.
Last year, these two teams did play, and it was a stalemate till the end. However, it was 1-1. And then the game got called due to inclement weather. So there's still some vengeance in this to see who will win on top.
Bragging rights online in this non-league game, Jim. I'm looking forward to it.
And we'll be right back with the opening kickoff here at Syosset High School.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
As the conclusion to the national anthem is done. The awareness game awaits here as we are entering the first couple of days of fall. Therefore, halfway through the season here in the Nassau division. So what are you anticipating, Chris?
This game, Jim, I'm expecting competitive atmosphere. A non-league game, looking at the rosters of this team, both pretty young, not a lot of seniors. Syosset has the advantage in the senior leadership, I should say, but expect a competitive but fun game. As at the end of the day, it's all about the awareness.
This is the 5th year for head coach Christian Lynch here, the visiting team for Cold Spring Harbor, and they're coming off a couple of losses. And we talked to him. We want to say what is most important tonight. It would be offense or defense, and he said he's really trying to put the ball in the back of the net.
There's Lynch on the screen here, as you see. He said on Saturday, tough 1-0 loss to Hicksville, and they're looking to bounce back. That was a non-league game as well. So 2 non-league games. You're looking at trying to make a statement on the road in the highest league Syosset is. So you can come on the road and beat them. That's a statement win if they can.
And depending on what happens tonight, Carl Place the last couple of years has been their kryptonite. They'll be on the road at Carl Place on Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
So 2 big games, a big week, as Jim said, about halfway through the fall season already. I can't believe it.
Then for Syosset, they are coming off a 1-0 victory last Thursday. So they haven't had about 5 days off. And it was one of their heroes, the junior. They call him X because you have Javi, you have 2 Xaviers on the team. You have Javi, which is a Xavier Navarro, and then you have Xavier Pultz. So Xavier Pultz putting the game winner, 1-0 over Port Washington, to keep them undefeated on paper.
Keeping that undefeated record, Jim, is very hard. 2 draws on the year, 5 wins. You cannot let your head down and lay down on this game at all. Cold Spring Harbor is a team in 21 and 22 won the conference. So they are no joke. They're going to come out hungry for a victory tonight.
And we're talking about Coach Brett Wexler. So the blue jerseys, as we talked about, bigger than soccer tonight. This is for BK7 jerseys, who were the makers that gave them. Expect them to be red, which is their logo, but they're switching it up today.
Actually just found out, Jim, Cold Spring Harbor, a little family rivalry tonight on Syosset. Xavier Pultz, he had the game-winning goal last game for Syosset. His cousin on Cold Spring Harbor, number 19, Luke Pultz, sophomore, and Pultz here is a junior. So a little family bragging rights on the line, Jim.
Especially since we didn't have a clear winner from last year.
So it's going to be interesting to watch. You can't miss him. If you see 19, it has to be a Pultz.
And little inkling for the beginning. This is going to be all starters. Everyone's going to get a little bit of playing time today. Even when Coach said in the phone call earlier, he said playing starters in the first half, and likely they not play it all in the second half because they want everyone to get a role in this awareness game.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing, especially in a non-league game. Obviously Syosset doesn't want to suffer a loss, but again, it's bigger than the game today. It's about the awareness. And I think, it's going to be a competitive game. And here we go, Jim.
And here we go.
All right, so we have Cold Spring Harbor taking possession off the kick. Your starters for Syosset. You have Miles Nevins between the pipes. And Zach Kaufman, a senior, number 5. He'd be a center back. Spotlight player, Rafael Danielle. This is for Syosset. Owen Sackett, number 11, the right back. Number 13 will be Xavier Navarro, Javi, as they will call him. Number 19, Xavier Pultz, who had the game winner last game. Thomas Rigowitz, the left back. He's wearing number 20. The right wing, number 21, Anthony Rizzo, now in the Yankees. And number 23, Benny Meyerowitz, the sophomore, beginning the start today. And then closing it out, the freshman, Chase Pendrick, playing a center and midfielder under Coach Wexer.
As Coach Lynch said, he's known Coach Waxer for a very long time. They've been both in the lacrosse and soccer field, so they've known each other a very long time. Coach Lynch, a graduate of Sacred Heart 05, and Coach Waxer played at East Carolina, the Pirates.
Yeah, big school now down in the Southern Conference.
Here comes Cold Spring Harbor.
Very physical to start off. Anthony Rizzo. I'm sorry, that's Ragowitz, the freshman. Showing that underclassman is just a word.
That was Rin Furukawa who took the hit.
An open opportunity. And good defense from the back. Cold Spring had a chance. Mazzilli had a one-on-one chance with Nevins, but no dice.
Cold Spring Harbor earns their first corner of the evening.
Came through. Meyerowitz again, the sophomore, using his legs from behind. So we have a corner kick coming from Gavelkian. A long kick right into the center of the offensive zone. Very close, defensive-minded possession. A couple of double teams already early. Strong leg.
Not a lot of action, but Jim, first 3 minutes, a corner kick. That's pretty good, a statement for Cold Spring Harbor.
They're showing why they're hungry, even though they've lost their last couple of games. There is a lot of history between these two, but also a lot of respect at the same time. And that's what you call, in a nutshell, that's sportsmanship.
And that's why you want to have a game like this. A team that knows each other, playing each other over the last couple of years, non-league. You know, coach is respectable enough to say, hey, we're going to play the starters first half, put the bench in second half.
So Finn Richmond, one of the 3 captains for Coach Lynch's squad. Very physical, their best offensive threat, but showing him on the defensive side to show why Coach Lynch really admires his game.
Like I said in the open, Cold Spring Harbor, a younger team. Got some freshmen, sophomores, and I believe
They have an 8th grader as well.
they do.
A lot of offensive threats. And speaking of the 8th grader, he'll launch it right in the middle, and Richmond couldn't pull through. What a setup from Furukawa. And a little too high. Richmond couldn't really finesse it straight.
Watch the turnovers.
And I think this may be a free kick.
I do have to say, soccer was never one of my favorite sports, but since this last Euro Cup and Copa America, I've got a liking to it. You can watch EPL every Saturday morning on NBC Sports. It's actually a fun sport that I'm just getting into.
And, you know, it just grows on you when you watch a couple of them. So Mazzilli will have a free kick. He just has to get it past the defensive line. Mazzilli goes low. The ball is escaped, and then a great defensive awareness from Zach Kaufman, deflecting it away.
Let's take a look at this replay right here. Ball almost slips through the 5-hole there.
Yeah.
Great defense.
Gavelkian had it, but an even better defensive-minded play from Kaufman, the senior. Good throw-in from Cold Spring Harbor. And another deflection.
Like I said, Jim, it's going to be competitive. Cold Spring Harbor, you know, they're the lowest division in Nassau. You're playing the highest division. Think about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, you know, a lot of heart goes into this game.
Vitigliano had it in the offensive zone. He is their top goal scorer, as Christian Lynch alluded to us earlier before the game. So expect him to find one in the back of the net sometime tonight. Slow kick and a boomer. Coming off the foot of Ty Donaldson. Oh, then the header here. Comes a run for the Seahawks. Life comes at you fast.
It's the best thing about soccer, Jim. You know, you could have the ball in your zone 1 minute, and then 10 seconds later, they're down the field scoring. So soccer, can't take your eyes off the ball.
Sheridan on the throw-in. Trying to lead the Seahawks into a good offensive zone. And here is Mazzilli again. One-on-one with Rygowitz. Cross-field pass. And then a defensive kick away from Owen Sackett.
Might have a break here. Brings the ball back,
Trying to turn defense to offense real quick. You can't force it in this sport.
Something you look at, Jim, when you look at Syosset's past games, they have not let up 2 goals all year.
No.
A very disciplined team, low turnovers.
And we will see the backup goalie in the second half. It's not going to be all Miles Nevins. We'll see eventually Josh Weisenfield, the junior, will be wearing 35. And a slip up. Syosset takes it back. Meyerowitz. Connor Chumyunk, another young player. Doesn't make many mistakes, according to Coach Lynch.
About 10 minutes into the first half.
We have a ticking clock at the bottom of the screen. Just under 31 minutes left to go in the first half here. Physical play around the 15-yard line. But Syosset will keep it in. You don't see that every night. Footwork here's Cole McGuire. Syosset looking to aim and play in a 4-4-3 all day. Cold Spring, they usually play a 4-4-3, but Lynch said tonight they'll lean a little more towards a 4-2-2.
Good save by the keeper there, Jim. First action all night.
When you really want to talk about where it wasn't the keeper who made the save the first play.
Back in the zone.
Coach Waxer, 20 years with the with Syosset. There's a slide tackle, or maybe even a slip up from Richmond, and then a reflection right off the Heasy.
That has to hurt.
Yeah.
As the ref stops play. We'll take a look here.
Looked like he may have just slipped a little bit. A little aggressive
It looked
defense.
clean to me. They didn't stop it because of that.
Here's Syosset trying to be aggressive in the offensive zone. Ball still in play. Here's a chance. Syosset on the outside. Bounces in the middle, and it's deflected and out of play.
Jim, let's take a look. The closest opportunity yet. Off the right foot.
That was Rizzo.
It was Rizzo, too.
Looking to hammer one home. Got deflected.
So a corner kick for
over the end
Syosset
line,
coming
and
up.
Syosset wins the corner.
Gonna be
Cole McGuire.
You got 28 and a half to go in the first half. And we are 0-0.
first corner kick for Syosset. One for Cold Spring Harbor.
They're going to play it light on the back kick. Nobody was home. Turned over by Poltz.
You got to be conservative in early, but turnover essentially there. It'll be Connor Sheridan, physical guy, to take it out.
And that's a boomer. Right around the 50. And then back in Syosset territory. Got to give credit to our camera work here at T&D Sports Video Productions. Every shot is so crystal clear.
Syosset.
Very nice crossfield pass from Reigowitz.
I was going to say, Jim, Cold Spring Harbor the first 10 minutes had momentum. Now it's been all Syosset the last 3.
I couldn't agree more with that. Seahawks last to touch it. A lot of back and forth. So much strategy in this sport. Look at the footwork. Mazzilli trying to lead it ahead.
You're going to hear that name a lot, Rizzo. Oh, just missed the breakaway.
That one was close. Pendrick, the freshman.
That was intended for Chase
His
Pendrick.
brother Jack has missed the
Good
last
look.
2 games, the 2-time county player. And even coach elaborated,
26
he is
minutes
tough to
go in the
replace.
first half.
We do have a couple of changes, couple of subs coming out. Goveckian will take a breather. Along does Neary.
No score yet, Jim, but a lot of good opportunities. Cold Spring Harbor showing they could show with the high-level team of Syosset.
Pretty even matched intensity from both squads so far.
Like I said in the open, Syosset can't let their their head down, because Cold Spring Harbor could probably put 2 on the board very quickly.
Coach Lynch has been here since 2019 as the soccer coach, but in 2011 he's been the lacrosse coach for a very long time.
Like I mentioned, he went to Sacred Heart to play lacrosse and has been with the Cold Spring Harbor program for about going into his 14th year.
Jorge Rondon.
And his
26,
assistant coach,
Danny
Kevin
Flynn.
Colhane,
24,
was
20 to go
was
in the half.
the coach at Cold Spring Harbor when Wally Zerbiak was playing. Former NBA player for the Knicks, Timberwolves, played with several franchises. Known for his unorthodox shooting ability, but had a very successful career as a shooter in the National Basketball Association.
Now one of the studio analysts in MSG and also CBS Sports Network. But going back to Coach Culhane, he is the current head coach for the basketball team for the Wildcats at Shoreham-Wading River. But a good story to tell, Jim, about Zerbiak.
Clearly. What does Syosset have here? Oh, and here comes Cold Spring Harbor with a chance, and from behind,
Kaufman
got a little too aggressive and knocked down Mazzilli, and Mazzilli's been in that zone for a while.
Let's see the tackle here. Was it clean? Kaufman comes from the right side. Now it takes out that left leg. That's going to be called every time.
Check that. That's Stimple, who checked in off the sidelines. Outside midfielder. Kick in the zone, and it's deflected out of bounds.
My analysis through the first 18 minutes, Cold Spring Harbor is playing all guns a-blazing here.
Oh, they are.
This is their second corner. A few opportunities early. Let's see if they can knock one in.
Stimple again. Set up a little high. Mazzilli there again. But here comes Syosset. The one-on-one using those legs. Tries to keep it in play. But Marowitz couldn't stay in bounds.
Like I said, Jim, I'm not a big soccer guy, but I can tell you the corners have been a little weak from both teams. I would say put that ball by the letters. They're shooting right by the 10-yard line right now.
Well, I want to see you try a corner kick. It's not that it's not that easy. You just want to get possession of the ball. But it's been back and forth, but it's just to show how much they want to get involved in this game. But it's a team effort.
It's all about shots on goal, too, you know? If you put the ball on the goal, one of them is going to go in.
You don't say. Speed from Richmond. And then right on his tail on defense was our spotlight player, Rafael Daniel.
Haven't called his name much. About halfway through the first half.
Probably the most consistent center back on the team, according to Coach Waxer. This will be a long throw in from Sheridan.
Cleared by Syosset.
It's a shot off goal. Nevins plays big, even though he's not the biggest player on the field.
20 minutes down, 20 to go.
You did watch a good game prior to this between Southside and Syosset. And Southside, within the last 15 minutes of the game, they scored 2. And they won 2-0 today.
Yeah, we got here with about 15 minutes left. I know you got here a little earlier than I did, but then I saw both Southside goals. Hey, Cold Spring Harbor putting the ball on net.
The looks have been questionable. Just trying to get something closer. A little too much. Turned over by Ragowitz. Here's Richmond. Put in the moves. Stopped, and defensive effort from Danielle.
If he's not showing up on offense, he'll show up on defense. And here comes
right
Syosset,
there by
Jim.
Raphael
Don't turn your
Danielle.
head.
Ball a little overplayed. Trying to keep it on the boundary. And they do.
Trying to keep it in the Syosset zone. I'm sorry, Cold Spring Harbor.
And Syosset playing a little too close together.
Nice ball in.
Syosset, they're playing well, playing conservative. They're looking for that one look inside the 20, and this might be it. Long kick, wide right. Looked like Jake DePease. Well, he's actually out.
Number 11,
And that was Owen Sackett.
the senior.
Sackett really earned his position, strong on the ball. He was a midfielder last year. Now he's a right back on that transition.
Owen Sackett.
Waxer raved about him.
With the right-footed blast, wins Syosset a corner with 17-12 to go in the half.
And he did miss a couple of games earlier this year with a concussion. Good corner. And aggressive save in the middle from Donaldson.
Hey, what did I say, Jim? Put the ball right in the goalie's hands.
Playing on the outside boundary. Syosset trying to keep it in their possession. Sackett across the center.
A lot of time in the Cold Spring Harbor zone.
Really aggressive defensive effort from Mazzilli. He's a little banged up, getting hit low. Again, you see the sportsmanship.
It's an all-county player, Mazzilli. No relation to Lee.
Huh. That would be pretty cool. We got two Yankees. A little slip up.
Turnover. It's going to be a foul on Syosset.
There was Jorge Rondon. And there's a cool story about Rondon, excuse
It's going to be
me.
a free kick for Cold Spring Harbor.
He came here from Venezuela and fit right in, even though he earned his spot. He
15 and a
isn't
half
a
to
starter,
go in
but
the
even to
half.
get some minutes, they said that he's been like family to us ever since he came here.
It's going to be a free kick. The second for Cold Spring Harbor.
So the Seahawks right in the middle of the field. It's high. It's through the uprights, but it's no good.
Wrong sport.
Looked like it was Sheridan. Nope, that was Richmond.
Hey, if he was a field goal kicker, that would have been perfect.
Finn Richmond with the free kick. Sends it up over the crossbar. Syosset sends in 13, Xavier Navarro, and 21, Anthony Rizzo, with 14:40 to go in the half.
So you heard more reserves coming in for Syosset.
So a little before the half, we're going to have some subs.
Everyone's going to play today. Sheridan
Nice throw in.
gets it right back.
That could have been dangerous.
Cold Spring Harbor has had much of the TOP so far in this first half.
You read my mind, Jim. If it's 27 minutes down, I would say it's 17-10, maybe more.
That's a good estimation.
Unfortunately, you don't win with time of possession.
You might hear on the header a little too early, and Nevins stepping up. Since we are talking about the sport of football tonight, you have a possible 3-0 sweep with the Bills playing on Monday Night Football tonight and see if they can get a win against, I believe, Jacksonville.
Never, when it's not your team, you root for your fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
But they're a New York team, so I'll root for them. Jets and Giants, so like you said, 3-0 sweep.
Yeah.
A 3-0
It's
New
in
York
New York, which should be really 1-0 sweep because you got two teams from Jersey.
Again, Cold Spring Harbor, 12 minutes left in the first half. Their time possession, they've been dominating. It's going to be interesting to see who they send out in the second half. Got to be careful here if you're the goalkeeper.
Kicked about 30 yards straight to one of his teammates. But that's the thing. It's been really hassle on the defensive end for the Seahawks. And speaking of that, they might be the best team in the NFL, Seattle.
They looked great yesterday. I mean, a injured Miami team, to say the least. A nice ball.
Gonna cross inside. Go back outside.
So a few early substitutions before the half, and here's an opportunity.
Here comes Syosset. Going to the middle. Somehow keeps that in bounds. Been going to that high side kick. And just wants to get something close to the net.
Chase Pendrick
The freshman.
trying to strike one with the left foot.
Let's take a look.
Didn't quite square it up. It was a little high. 10.5 to go, first half.
And he knew it.
And we are still 0-0.
Well, with that, the Bills get on the board first. But we're hoping to get someone on the board in our game.
True. It'll happen.
Under 10 in the first half. Cold Spring Harbor just trying to get an opportunity here on net. Good goal play by number 1, Miles Nevins.
James Cook, 6-yard touchdown. And possession will go back to Cold Spring Harbor. Didn't see a stoppage in play. Looks like we have more reserves coming in.
Coming out of the game is number 1,
So
Sal
22,
LaCapra.
Ren Furukawa.
LaCapra comes
Back in for Cold Spring
in,
Harbor.
and Furukawa comes out, the 8th
We get the
grader
9-minute mark.
for the Seahawks.
A lot of shots going high today.
Strong leg, but Mazzilli again, nowhere near the net.
That was Luca Mazzilli trying to square one up there. A little too high. Evans with the kick.
Let's see what Syosset can do. Closing minutes of the first half. About 8:25 left.
A lot of headers there, consistently going in the direction for Syosset. And the ball didn't even hit the ground for about 10 seconds, and they were just pushing the ball up the field without even hitting the ground.
Here comes CSH for short. Turn the corner.
Heavy defensive pressure. Kaufman, 5-on-5. Really 1-on-1, but
Love a throw-in.
Kaufman and Richmond.
That was a nice move by Finn Richmond. And excellent defense by Zach Kaufman.
How are you reacting if you're both coaches for this first half so far, Chris?
What's funny? They're talking to each other right now. Probably impressed with both ball clubs here.
Let's keep it out of the defensive zone.
Very defensive game here. Here comes Syosset. Got to run.
Straight down the middle. And then a little kick. Rizzo. And now we have a stoppage.
Looks like a player was taken down. Nice sportsmanship there.
Rygowitz has been in this game a lot, but I think we might have our first penalty. So check it out. You saw a collision. It's the center.
6:45
Little bit of
to go in the
contact.
half.
I think it was Neri who got the short end of the stick there.
6.5 now. Still no score. A lot of good chances in the first half.
Pass it inside the 30. Looking to draw something from that far right corner. 1-on-1. Furukawa having good defense.
Nice
To the top.
ball.
Good entry pass. Well, it might be a handball there. Good kick out to the top. Navarro. Goes back to Rygowitz, the freshman. Navarro gets Richmond. Then headed away by Ethan Light off the sidelines. Getting close to the nitty-gritty in the first half. Just a little over the net, trying to play a little different. And that was Raphael.
Let's take a look at this replay here. Just
Number 6.
over. And they get another field goal. That would have been good.
Good vertical leap, too, from Donaldson.
Syosset with 5 minutes to go in the half.
We've had about 4 shots on goal so far.
Syosset now dominating these last 10 minutes. And they have another run.
They've performed well.
Good ball.
Oh, very nicely done. In the corner, straight away, looking for DeRosa right in front, but kicked away by Cold Spring Harbor. Back in the offensive zone, Rygowitz. Navarro just outside the 10. To kick it straight.
Let's see if they can get some
Hand it
action.
away. Cold Spring Harbor just trying to get it out of their zone, and they do quickly.
Got a one-on-one here.
Richmond feeding it to Vitigliano. Again, there's Rygowitz. He's been everywhere on the field tonight for Syosset.
A late whistle, but it'll go back over to the Seahawks.
I think Coach Lynch was right there. Richmond trying to keep the even matchup. And nothing there. Vitigliano was in the center, then deflected.
That's good defense right there by 17, John Shaughnessy.
You get some claps for Shaughnessy.
So Syosset, a tale of the first half. It's Cold Spring Harbor, as we get under 3 minutes here, dominated the first 20 minutes. Then Syosset fought back, but still scoreless.
A lot of teams are getting a lot of conditioning into today.
The weather's changing, Jim. Getting into the 60s now. Before you know it, you'll be putting a jacket on.
Oh yeah, and then you won't be sleeping with the fan on tonight.
It was 11? It was 11? Oh, it's second. It's 7.
Sheridan with a long kick. And we have a turnover.
Under 2 minutes.
Wonder if Sheridan left early. Just under 2 minutes left to go. A stalemate here in Syosset. Deflected again. Right there. Behind. It's close, and it's wide right. Connor Sheridan was right there from the deflection from Stimple, using the nifty footwork.
That was Connor Sheridan, number 4. Just wide.
He had
Check that. That was Mazzilli.
He had the whole left.
To go in the half.
Left side of the net was open. He just went right and missed the net.
That footwork from Stimple was really impeccable. Soccer is all about seizing an opportunity. You cannot wait for it, or else it will be taken away from you. And I think that's been the storyline of this game so far. It's
We're
just
under a
about
minute.
seizing opportunities.
Both teams have had good opportunities. Syosset a few more. See if they can close it out, or Cold Spring Harbor now. Good stop.
Now my head really hurts just watching these consistent headers.
That's why I never played soccer. Give these guys a lot of credit.
It's the end of the first half.
After 40 minutes, we have no score. Cold Spring Harbor, nothing, and neither for Syosset. If you're just tuning in, T&D Sports Video Productions, Chris Gallardo, Jim Ferchlin. A lot of defense in that first half. A couple of missed opportunities, but if you're either coach, how are you approaching your team in the middle of regulation?
Well, let's start with Cold Spring Harbor, Jim, with Coach Lynch. Very impressive. You know, keep up that momentum. A tie isn't a loss, right? Mm-hmm. So, obviously, you want to win. You're on the road. Big opponent. Go out there and score. But I think keep the same momentum up, and you'll find a different result.
Now, the storyline is the first half, the starters were going to play. So we might see more reserves here. No score in that first half. Could be sloppy. It could be even better. So it depends on what the coaches want to do. If they want to continue to see what they do, or they're going to go with the game plan.
We'll see in the second half, Jim.
Second half coming up on TND Sports Video Production. Syosset and Cold Spring Harbor boys varsity soccer. No score.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. TND Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, TND Sports is your one-stop video solution. TND Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Hello everyone, my name is Len Genova, and I'm the president of the James C. Metzger Suffolk County chapter of the National Football Foundation. Our chapter hosted the first ever countywide media day last month on August 23rd at Ward Melville High School. The event was a huge success with over 300 players representing all high schools. Local media got the opportunity to meet the coaches and top returning players and report on the most prominent storylines for the upcoming season.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Hello everyone, my name is Len Genova, and I'm the president of the James C. Metzger Suffolk County chapter of the National Football Foundation. Our chapter hosted the first ever countywide media day last month on August 23rd at Ward Melville High School. The event was a huge success with over 300 players representing all 54 high schools. Local media got the opportunity to meet the coaches and top returning players and report on the most prominent storylines for the upcoming season.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. TND Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, TND Sports is your one-stop video solution. TND Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Hello everyone, my name is Len Genova, and I'm the president of the James C. Metzger Suffolk County chapter of the National Football Foundation. Our chapter hosted the first ever countywide media day last month on August 23rd at Ward Melville High School. The event was a huge success with over 300 players representing all 54 high schools. Local media got the opportunity to meet the coaches and top returning players and report on the most prominent storylines for the upcoming season.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
About to start the second half here at Syosset High School. Chris Gaiazzo, Jim Furchwin. Boys varsity soccer, a stalemate here in Syosset between Cold Spring Harbor and, of course, Syosset. Chris, that first half, a lot of defensive intensity, a lot of physicality. However, that was what we anticipated between both coaches. They're going to start their starters in the first half. But the second half, that is what remains to be seen.
A lot of action, Jim. You're right. I was very impressed, and I know we're at Syosset High School. They impressed me the second half of the first half, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But Cold Spring Harbor playing very competitive. They're a school that's in the AB3, which is the lowest division. Again, divisions don't mean anything. You can have the top player. But a very impressive show out so far for Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah, Cold Spring Harbor, they have been effective in the offensive zone. They're getting a lot of opportunities. Not all of them on net, but so far, one of the guys that we've highlighted, Will Kisner and Finn Richmond, Luke Mazzilli, they've been very aggressive offensively.
Yeah, I mean, if they can keep this up, I believe that they can come out on top. But again, it's all about who's playing the second half. 40 minutes on the clock, Jim. Let's do it.
Now with one more half. Something's got to go in the net. Cold Spring Harbor opened it. Now Syosset will control possession to remain the start of the second half.
Second half action, and here we go. Syosset has number 24, Andrew Zammit, on the pitch.
A couple of different players already in the game for Syosset. And it looks like they are going to remain with their game plan. Everyone's going to play tonight despite no one has scored yet.
Cold Spring Harbor early, Jim.
Vitigliano and a couple of Syosset players collide. Vitigliano, their best scorer on paper, showing a double team between Merowitz and Andrew Zammit, who has checked in. He actually started when Owen Sackett was hurt with those concussions.
Number 35, Josh Weisenfeld, is in goal.
Let's see who has the momentum here. Cold Spring Harbor, 2 chances so far, and here they come.
Straight away, Vitigliano, and a save. And they did take out Nevins. That was Weisenfeld using his hands, getting down and dirty.
Came in really slow. He did the dramatic effect dive.
A save is a save.
Still 0-0.
Navarro, double teamed. Chase Pendrick in the game. There was a chance there, then denied by Kisner. There's crossover by Zammit. And Richmond trying to make up for the mistake, and a little too hard on the pass. Ahead. That was Vitigliano in the vicinity. Other football news, Dalton Kincaid with a red zone touchdown, make it 13-0 Bills over the Jaguars.
A lot of football going on tonight.
Yeah, you got another game tonight.
This game has been very defensive. The soccer game, I should say.
Yes.
Again, Cold Spring Harbor, they dominated the clock so far.
Stemple. Being a little nifty with it. Sheridan just trying to take a shot and deflected hard off a Syosset player. McGuire turns it over. I got to give Syosset credit. Even though a lot of offense, they are not letting Cold Spring Harbor get close to the net. Their defense is playing deep on the corners, and they're preventing that corner pass.
I got to say, right now, I'm more impressed with Syosset's defense than offense. But that's defense wins games.
Pendrick.
Again, there's no extra time. I know people are probably wondering in the regular season, no extra time, 80 minutes. We're halfway through, and there's no added time either.
No.
Unfortunately.
Really aiming for that high kick tonight, around the knee area.
A lot of shots, Jim, I don't know if you've noticed, have gone above the goal. Nothing to the side.
A couple to the side.
Yeah, more through the uprights.
This really is Monday Night Football. Sheridan, a strong kick in from the 45.
Just keep that ball in the zone
Tigliano.
if you're the Seahawks.
Rizzo. Gets it right back. Good spin move on Neary. Nobody home in the middle. Looks like it was last touched by Cold Spring Harbor. Syosset will get it in their offensive zone. Throw in from Zamet. Good
Let's see if they-
footwork.
I got a player
Pierce
down.
Sheridan may have got hit in the groin.
Got a man hurting. And here comes Cold Spring Harbor. Nice pass up. Oh, and
Offside.
way to use your head. But an offside.
Tigliano was a little too far in front of Marowitz. Kick way out. There's an effort as a shot on goal, but nothing there from Cole McGuire. McGuire gets it right back. It's a race.
Ooh.
And deflected off Donaldson, but who was it last touched?
The ball's off the keeper, Ty Donaldson. Syosset earns a corner with 33:20 to go in the game.
So McGuire has a corner kick awaiting for him. Will this be the one, Chris?
Third corner of the game for Syosset. 7 minutes into the second half. Ball.
McGuire lets it rip, looking for the header. It's up there and almost through the top. Very close from Owen Sackett. You want to talk about a game
Owen
of
Sackett.
inches.
header
Sackett just
just
a
over the
little
bar.
too high. Donaldson was right there for it. How about the camera?
Ball is
work on
tipped
that
over
play,
the
too?
bar by the
Incredible
keeper. It will be a Syosset corner.
display from T&D Sports Productions here. Now we'll go to the opposite
Paul
corner.
McGuire with the
McGuire
entry.
looking for the header. It's there. It's not. Trying to take it right back. Raphael.
Let's see if they can get the ball here.
Just a
Goal
matter
comes
of
all the way
keep
out.
away now. Yeah, how about you would just launch it? Now Weisenfeld has a save about, what, 3 minutes into the second half?
New goalie.
Good cross court, cross field. Rizzo. 1-on-1. Good defense from Neary. And another corner kick, the third one of this half
They only had
for Syosset.
one the whole first half. And not number 48, Anthony Rizzo, but number 21.
Syosset, another corner.
Yeah. Coach Lynch really admires his size
31 to go.
as a
Second
defender.
half.
And you saw it right there. Neck and neck.
I'm so impressed with the defense, both sides, especially Cold Spring Harbor. The younger team
Cole
coming to the
McGuire
game.
with the entry.
McGuire for the third time. This is on, but right into the gloves of Donaldson. So Donaldson will be in goal for the whole game because their backup, Logan Lonoff, suffered a head injury. But, however, he has played great the last 4 games. He is originally their starter. But due to the injury, Donaldson stepping up. McGuire tries to find Rizzo. Stays in possession with Syosset.
It's a tough ball here.
Rizzo 1-on-1. And another corner.
4
Neary's
corners.
in the vicinity again.
Rizzo earns another
And I do have
corner
to say,
for
Jim,
Syosset.
the more corners you get, the better chances you get.
Cole McGuire.
And I do have to say, Syosset's doing a very good job of getting those corner kicks.
You can tell the control for Syosset is much more composed in the second half.
Yeah, definitely keeping the ball away from Cold Spring Harbor. This will be McGuire again, the junior. The ball.
McGuire keeps it on the ground. Straight. And deflected off the foot of Pultz, who had the lone goal last game. That was the game winner, though.
See the replay here.
Xavier Pultz had a shot. Had the game winner last week.
That was Xavier Pulse off the set piece. Wide of the frame.
So Sheridan again with a long
His
kick
cousin, number 19,
in
Luke
his own end
Pulse.
zone. Now I think we
Coach
will have
Harbor
a
has
replace.
checked into the game.
Donaldson is going to come out. And they're going to put in Michael Gito, who we said was going to be questionable to play, and he's coming in.
We've got
Yes, he's a
keeper
junior.
change for Cold Spring Harbor. They send in 0-0. Michael Gito.
So new goalie for Cold Spring Harbor. Let's see if Syosset could get some opportunities here.
Say Donaldson took a shot in his quad. He's got a welt about the size of a softball.
That's going to sting. Here comes Cold Spring Harbor right off the nice defensive effort.
It's Kisner.
It's a hard hit.
And that was our spotlight on spotlight right there. Kisner against Danielle.
So some starters still in the game. Maybe they expected a
We see a lot of
different score.
injuries too on both teams as well. Cameron Chan out. Jack Pendrick out.
Cold Spring Harbor.
Jacob Gubin.
Logan Lenoff for Akawa. Rio for Nakawa. Andrew Jasinski. Peter Muniak.
Ryan Lee. And that's the list. It doesn't go on, but you can say they're short-staffed.
Yeah, you don't want to get guys hurt in
About
an
a
on-league
next man
game.
up.
Here comes the Seahawks. Nice defense. No mascot.
The defense
for
there by
Syosset.
Owen Sackett again playing good defense. That time it looked like it was on Richmond. Oh, nifty move.
15 minutes,
Almost
Jim.
lost.
Down.
McGuire has been really impactful in the second half. Cross court. And it sticks with Syosset for now. Such quick instincts.
If you're a coach, you got to love the defensive effort.
Yes. It's been literally this entire game.
And that's what they say. I know, again, I don't have a big soccer background, but I know a draw is better than a loss. So if you could keep your opponent off the board, and even if you don't score, a draw is points.
And even though we've seen a lot of physicality, it's been clean physicality.
I think 2 fouls the whole game.
Yeah, believe so.
No yellows, no reds, which is very shocking.
Trying to keep it in play. They do. 1-on-1. Some nifty footwork. Cesar Rubio, another reserve off the bench. And do we have another corner coming up?
It looks like that we will have one. Other side, opposite side.
McGuire from the far side this time.
McGuire looks like he's been their specialist here.
Syosset
corner
earns
kick
another
specialist.
corner. Under 25 minutes to go in the match.
All in all, Jim, a very good game.
McGuire sets it up. It was there. Gotta check who was near. A lot of upside on that vertical leap. Right in the
13.
middle. It looked like, yeah, right
It's
there
Xavier
was
Navarro.
Rubio. Cesar Rubio.
Gotta say, Navarro has the height. Right back in the zone.
Trying to play it safe. And that's another corner kick coming. You got it. That was all Owen Sackett. And we have a reserve coming back in.
Number
Here
2.
comes Michael Marcos.
Number 2, Michael
He'll
Marcos.
come in.
And
Checks in for
Sal
Syosset.
Capra for the Seahawks.
15, Luke Vaccaro. In for Cold Spring Harbor.
And coming out was Ragowitz. Long kick goes all the way to the other side of the field.
It's kind of funny. You know, Syosset will get the ball, and it's like a one and done.
been a-
Cold Spring Harbor gets in the zone, and they do like 2 or 3 shots.
It hasn't been that for this half. I mean, I usually agree with you. I would disagree. Like, Syosset has been more controlled, more composed in this second half. I mean, ball possession in the second half has been totally different. That double team is aggressive. Rizzo trying to spin around like glue. Luke Poltz is all over him.
Tremendous work there by Anthony Rizzo, and he earns Syosset a corner.
And another corner kick awaits. As McGuire's got a
Sixth.
long run to it.
Number 6 of the half.
And that's 9 of the game. They had 3 in the first half, right?
Yep. Time of possession right now, I would say We're at 18 minutes played. It's 15-3, maybe, if you're lucky. It's all about stamina here.
Cesar Rubio was right there before. It's down. And that was Will Kisner on the stop. Kisner heads it right towards the chest of Pultz, who had the last goal. It goes wide left. So Pultz had it in between two Seahawks against his cousin
Searching for that
and
low
the spotlight
left
player,
And it was just
but
off.
couldn't capitalize.
Some Pultz on Pultz.
Yeah, Will Kisner. Halfway through the second half, still scoreless. Chris Gallardo, Jim Furchulin here at Syosset High School.
Crisp night. About 64 degrees.
Cannot
start of
complain
fall.
with that.
Good ball. Be a throw-in for Cold Spring Harbor. As Jacksonville gets on the board, field goal, 13-3 Buffalo.
This is a reunion for Gabe Davis, too. Imagine if this was a playoff game. 4 touchdowns for Gabe Davis against the Buffalo Bills. That would be monumental.
The few times Cold Spring Harbor's had the ball this half, let's see if they can do anything with it.
Yeah, this was. Watch this hit if they have this on the replay. And we won't show it to you.
26. Danny Flynn. Checks in for Syosset.
So Syosset checks in another reserve, Danny Flynn. As Coach Lynch would allude to us, he would run through a wall for anybody on this team. And he's going to get some playing time with 20 minutes left to go in the game. And Kisner kicks it out. Go right back to Syosset.
First score of the Bengals game. 40-yarder from Jamar Chase. I'm sorry, from Burrow to Chase.
Oh. I'm going to have 3 touchdowns tonight.
That's a team who has had a slow start. Just under the halfway mark here, Jim. Second half. Let's see if we can get a goal here between two non-league opponents.
And McGuire's took it hard off the head, out of bounds. And Cold Spring Harbor will get the ball back. And we have Ethan Light check back in. And looks like
Number 18, Ethan Light.
Connor,
In
yes,
for Cold Spring.
Connor Chumyunk
We're under 19
will check
minutes.
out. Here comes Kisner, one-on-one. And a great defensive effort. Coming back in, there's Danny Flynn right there. Shows that run through a wall mentality. McGuire.
I think Cold Spring Harbor now is like, let's just play keep away and keep it in our zone. I mean, Syosset zone, if they can. But Syosset, again, quick to get that ball back, unlike the first half.
True. It's really been the most cliche thing to say as a broadcaster, a tale of 2 halves. It was all Cold Spring Harbor in the first half with TOP. And now this time it seems to be the opposite. Flynn with Kisner. And it does stay in play. Luke Vaccaro tried to kick it high. And then taken away. Rondon Vaccaro deflected. Still there. Rizzo goes in the corner. And we have a 7th corner kick coming for Syosset in the second half.
We might have missed the substitution. I'm sorry, no, he was a starter. Riglowitz, 20s in the game. And again, the leg of McGuire's got to be getting tired here. 9th corner kick.
This will be a 7th.
Just about under 17 minutes.
It's there. And deflected away from the net. Man, Hendricks keeping this ball in this possession. And it goes wide left. All the way out. Looked like that was Navarro. So Alexander Vanchek is checking in for Syosset. Check that wrong. Cody Lefkowitz comes in.
John Sakos for Syosset coming in. So a few more subs.
With 16 minutes to go.
To keep it in play, and looks like last touch by Cold Spring Harbor.
All in all, so far, great broadcast, great game. We just are looking for a goal.
I'm not sure if we're going to get one tonight.
Might have to use our announcer's jinx.
Hence why I said that. There's Weisenfeld. High kick, Scott in the air. Bounces right at midfield. Oh, setting up on the side. It was there. Lefkowitz, straight there. Rigowitz. And then a missed chance. Sackett on the shot wide right.
Big line change.
Yes, I also taken about 4 guys off the field.
Sends in 8. Mohammed Haji.
So Mohammed Raji.
16. Alexander Jancic.
So Janchek checks in.
Sal LaCapra.
Haji checks in.
And 14. Connor Chamyok checks back in.
I lost with Chamyong and LaCapra for Cold Spring Harbor. Kisner skies it away.
Now with the reserves in, you know, these are going to be guys, Jim, that want to get more playing time. So let's see if they can put one on the board here, both sides.
You had the pass right there and it deflected. It stayed in play.
2. Follow Evan. Follow Evan. 1. Okay. That's a tough play. Don't worry about that. Tough play. 2. Buffalo's leading now 20-3. Keon Coleman with the touchdown.
Oh, it's first. How far?
Was 24 yards.
The first of many.
The Seminole product.
They won their first game this season against Cal, a new ACC opponent.
Very odd.
14-9.
Stanford got their first ACC win over Syracuse. former Ohio State quarterback Kyle McCord.
Yep.
We have a little action here, Jim.
Yeah, you had Chris Ancona in the offensive zone.
Just at the 12-minute mark to go.
Exactly.
And there was a tale of two halves. Cold Spring Harbor came out played very well the first half. They've only had about 3 minutes of possession here. It's all Syosset, but they have yet to put one on the board.
Just shows how much this sport is all about timing.
A little pushing and shoving, and the whistle is
We
blown.
have a stoppage. Now, was this in the offensive zone? This to be a straight kick.
11:20 to go.
And it's Danny Flynn.
Free kick here.
A free kick coming
By
up.
the best chance.
And it's Raphael.
Fael Danielle. What a name.
A little tighter, cut the one, a little tighter, Dave. That's good, right like that, like that.
The spotlight player for Syosset.
Might be a pass, be ready.
Danielle. Off the head. Right off the dome of Ethan Light. That'll ring a bell.
I'll leave a mark, too.
2. 1.
That ball out of bounds. It'll go to Cold Spring Harbor. Or
I don't
not.
know if Meyerowitz knew that Weisenfeld was coming up right from
Let's
behind
get
him.
a look at this free kick here.
Watch 18.
Oof. That's why they play the sport.
I don't know if it's Neary or if it was Light that took the brutal. John Shaughnessy come back in. Gets a high standing ovation.
Fan favorite here.
Speaking of Ethan Light, he gets the strong throw in for Cold Spring Harbor.
And 22 win Furukawa back in. Cold Spring Harbor.
We're under 10.
Minutes to go. And a tightly contested second annual awareness game.
A good slide tackle. Syosset looking for some momentum. And it was Shaughnessy. Michael Morco's back in the game.
See if Cold Spring Harbor one more rush. And Jim, I do have to say, start of fall. Hockey's going to be back soon. Basketball's going to be back soon. Baseball, winter classic, fall classic.
Yeah.
You know what I meant. A lot of this is the equinox right now.
Well, solstice is over.
Coach Waxer emptying the bench here. Cesar Rubio and Anthony Fiore.
Give me a shot, Evan.
Yeah, Fiore
Balls to the right, balls to the right.
still learning the ropes as to why he's a reserve on this team, but it's first year of varsity. Oh, no. So this will be a corner kick for Cold Spring Harbor.
Oh, yeah. Throwing. He just hit it off his own leg.
That's what it looked like.
So a little confusion here. Hey, 8 minutes left, a lot of time. See where the throwing goes. A short one.
Chom Yunk.
We got 8 minutes to go.
There they go.
Janchek, a big body who checked in for the Seahawks. Flynn. Fighting with the triple team. Syosset still has it.
Oh,
You
got
it
numbers
tough.
if.
These guys got to be gassed.
Chris Ancona winning that ball for Syosset.
Good
We have
pass.
one last run. Getting a little handsy there is
hard.
Cold Spring Harbor.
Lefkowitz sets it up. Close Flynn. Deflected. Is this going to be a corner?
It will. Let's see. It's going to be close.
Goal kick. Syosset. We've got 3 coming in. Number
That
6,
looks like it's going to be.
Number 18.
No, they're giving it to Cold Spring Harbor.
22, Anthony Fiore.
3 new reserves come in, and no, it's not. It's going right back to Cold Spring Harbor.
We're under 7 minutes to play.
Everything's been neck and neck today. No one has really had an open leg.
Defense has been tight.
It's been super congested. Lefkowitz again. Using the footwork. Going around Poltz. And then Poltz on the slide tackle takes it away.
You know, Thanksgiving's coming up. The 2 cousins got something to brag about.
Yeah, they will.
Good deflected pass right there by John Shaughnessy.
Who gets the extra leftovers? They're really fighting around these corners. So therefore they want to know they're being kind of complacent because they know that, like, you want to keep the corner, I don't want possession.
Again, Syosset's been dominating time possession second half, where it was more Cold Spring Harbor in the first. If you're just tuning in, some chances, but no, like Jim said, no clear ones.
All right, Lefkowitz gets it back. Janczak, big body in for the Seahawks. Off the bench.
Nice ball by the goalie. Came way out.
And a throw-in for Cold Spring Harbor right at midfield.
It's like right now it's keep away.
The last time these two teams played, we did not have a winner. It was a 1-1 game.
I think Syosset now is playing for the draw. Prove me wrong here.
Shaughnessy. Kicked away.
And yet, no, you know, Cold Spring Harbor is saying, hey, we don't want to let up a late one here. We played about 77 minutes without letting up a goal. We can't let one up here. Getting physical now.
Lefkowitz. And last touch by Poltz. Luke, that is. Remains with Syosset. Shaughnessy trying to thread the needle. Morkos trying to go around. Nothing there. Double team. It's Rubio. Setting it up. The header's there, and it's not. Straight away. And then kicked away by Gito.
A late chance for Syosset, Jim. Off the left foot.
Credit the pass from Fiore. Thread the needle.
It's not going to be a corner. It's going to be a throw-in. Under almost 2 minutes. Push from behind. Ball will go to the Seahawks.
That was blatant.
Tie game in the Bengals game.
Update me.
Brian Robinson Jr.
All right. The leg seems to be okay.
2 minutes.
Under 2 left to go. Syosset probably has one last gasp.
You know what these
if
jerseys?
they count their cards right.
These jerseys remind me of NYCFC, the light blue.
And this will go back to Syosset.
One last push here.
Kick wide left from Lefkowitz.
Got a tongue twister there. Left, Lechtowitz.
Cody Lefkowitz. He threatened that far corner. Michael Gito came up with the save.
1
We're in
minute
the
left.
Final minute.
Here's Janchek.
Oh, can't turn the ball
taken
over.
away Morkos. And Morkos is tripped up inside the 20.
We're going to have a...
Michael Morkos, he wins a free kick for Syosset.
Again, there's
with
no added
30
time, Jim.
seconds to go.
Aiden Kohlberg will have the free kick.
Got to hurry up here. You're under 25.
David, it's you. Give me the reaction.
Kohlberg. Can't connect.
That was Hayden Kohlberg.
And they might just hold on to this.
Right there to
That was
make the
A.
save.
Down to the last
10
second
seconds
there.
to go.
I'm under 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to do it, Jim. And
It was very
you didn't get
well
to call a goal
played.
tonight,
Hotly
We had
contested
some chances,
second annual awareness game.
but it was a great game all in all.
Can't complain with the effort. It's not like no one didn't want to score. Both teams were playing tremendous defense from the beginning. And depending on what you wanted to see, this is what you get. Back here, Chris Gallozo, Jim Furchwin. No winner tonight here in Syosset against Cold Spring Harbor, but this just goes to show why these teams are so aggressive defensively. No one gave an inch on offense.
I said from the start, Cold Spring Harbor is going to come out competitive, aggressive, and they did. Credit to them for playing for a draw. Syosset, again, they haven't played in 5 days, maybe a little rust, but a draw is a good thing and playing for a good cause tonight.
Syosset, their next game will be against Hicksville on Wednesday in 2 days at 5 o'clock. That was the last team Cold Spring Harbor lost to, 1-0 on Saturday. And they'll be next against Hempstead.
Call place.
A car place at 7 o'clock. So thanks, everybody, for watching Varsity Boys Soccer on T&D Sports Video Productions. Final score, 0-0 from Syosset. Have a good night, everybody.